Today we're going to be looking at the McGinley trading indicator and we're going to be building a trading strategy. So let's get straight to it. Hey traders, I hope you're going extremely well. My name's David and welcome to my channel where I go through trading strategies that I find on YouTube and on the web, and then I use code to debunk the bad ones and find the good ones. Today we're going to be looking at the McGinley indicator, which is a moving average indicator built to try and compensate for market movements and also be more of a leading indicator than the lagging indicators that we know as moving averages like the EMA and the SMAs that we use day to day. This one was more recently built to try and compensate for that. So we're going to go straight over to my computer, have a look at that. But before I go, if you do enjoy the video, please don't forget to give it a good old thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I do videos midweek and at the end of the week, twice a week I try and do videos. I try to do them Monday and Friday, but they don't always get there. But I promise to get as many videos out as I possibly can with some great trading strategies. So let's go over to my computer, we'll have a look at this one, we'll code it, we'll backtest it to see whether it's any good, right? Okay, before I go straight over to the chart, today's sponsor is myself, Trigger.trade. Trigger.trade is a platform which allows you to connect any TradingView, doesn't have to be a David Tech indicator, to ByBit from TradingView, so you can automatically trade trades. It's very, very simple to set up. You just have to go here and connect any strategy just like this, choosing your stop losses, and it will connect directly over to ByBit. Here you'll find links for ByBit, for Trigger.trade down in the description below, and if you want to add any of my indicators, you can add them also with the Patreon links. All is in the description below. Right, let's get over to the computer. Let's start talking about today's setup. So we have a couple of indicators. We have the McGinley, which is this line here. So if I go over to indicators over here and we write McGinley, you can find it here. It's the McGinley's dynamic indicator by cheat country. And you can add that one just there. I'm going to put a little star behind it, and that's going to add these green and red line in the middle. I will go over that in a second. I also have the ATR Bands, and I like the T Alexander T here, this one here, which is the one we have on our screen, which is here, this red, this green and red band below our price action. We also have the TDFI, which is the TDFI. Now this is the trend direction force index, and this one is this one here. This is this one down here, which you can see the little red and the green dots on at the bottom. It's a confirmation indicator. I'll be going over that one as well. Then we have the Larry Williams. Larry Williams has a lot of indicators. The one that I'm going to be using today is the Larry Williams Proxy Index. So it's Larry Williams Proxy Index LWPI. You can find it here. It's by locks here. You can add that there. That's going to add these green and red bands just here. So let's go over our setup today. I'm on the 30-minute on BTC USDT from ByBit, and I'm going to be using these indicators today. Now, the reason I'm moving on to these indicators and trying to find more exotic and more new indicators, more recently built indicators, was a couple of books that I've been reading, a couple of courses, which I'm trying to think outside the box. I'm looking to build more strategies which are trend following strategies instead of reversal strategies. They seem to have worked extremely well for me last year. You'll be able to find a load of my P&Ls inside the Discord group below, and it seems like my breakout strategies and my trend following strategies seem to be the ones that are working the best. Now, I've only been doing this for about 18 months, but that's what I've found as my results. I've been trading for a bit more than that, but as an algo trader, full-time algo trader, I've been doing it for about 18 months. So now let's get over to these indicators here. You'll also be able to find inside Discord here. If you go over to here, you'll be able to find the actual indicator, where you'll find a link and also all of my settings inside Discord, so you can find them back afterwards in a text format, so you'll be able to find everything easier. Okay, let's get over to here. Right, so we have the McGinley's Trend Index, which is this green and red MA in the middle here. When that is green, we're looking to take longs. And then we go over to the Larry Williams Proxy Index here. Now, our confirmation would be that this is green. This actually goes green when it goes below the line, which is strangely enough different from most indicators. So once it goes below this 50 line here, it goes green, which is our first confirmation. Then we have our TDFI, our Trade Direction Force Index, which also has a green and red line. We're looking to be in green for our longs and red for short. So as I said, we're going to be using the ATR bands for our take profit and stop loss. So we're going to be putting our stop loss on this red line here for a long, just like so. Our entry would be wherever it is over here. Our entry would be just like that. We're looking to set our stop loss on the ATR bands. We'd probably actually get over to here as we've come across. We're going to set our stop loss here. And we're looking to do a take profit of a 1.5 risk to reward, which was a pretty small trade here. And as you can see, that would have been a win. We could actually also use the McGinleys to trail our stop losses, but that's something that I'll be programming into the indicator a bit later as we go along to try and scale in and scale out. I will also be using things like multiple take profits to try and scale out of my position. Like I said, I've done a lot of courses recently trying to improve on my strategies, and it seems that a lot of the algo traders actually scale out, so they take multiple take profits. So they'll take 50% maybe here off of the table and let the trailing stop loss take the run as we go along. So they're all the kind of things that I will be testing out in my trading strategy as I back test it. So let's go over the rules one more time. We're looking for green here on this McGinley. We're looking for the Larry Williams Proxy Index to be green as well. And we're looking for the TDFI to be green as well. We are on the 30 minutes on BTC USDT. For a short, we're looking for everything to be the other way around. We're looking for the McGinley to be red. We're going to be sticking our stop loss. We'll get an entry just here. Our stop loss on the ATR above. We're looking for red lines here. And we're looking for a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward. And that would have been a lucky win as well, because I just picked that one out and I didn't even cherry pick it. There you go. Okay, so we have 2 wins there. That looks great. I'm going to go away and code this. It should take me a couple of hours to try and code. I'm going to add it to the back boilerplate so we can start looking for some good settings and do things like trail our stop losses and things like that. Okay. Let's go.
Come on, David, and once again he's gone to code a new strategy. He'll be back in just 5 minutes. Come on, David, show us what you got.
Right, here we are back at the computer, and I'm pretty surprised and happy with this trading strategy. Gone away and coded everything. Like I said, you'll be able to find the settings for this because I have added a couple of confirmation indicators to the mix, as using the David Tech trend, the David Tech boilerplate. What I've done is I've added, as I said, the ATR bands for stop loss and take profit. I found that the 1.3 seems to be quite a good, so we're looking for a risk to reward of 1.3 to 1, which seems to be quite a good sweet spot. I wouldn't like to be much below that because I like to give myself a little bit of a trader's edge. So if I do a 1-to-1 and I'm not that high over the win rate, so 50% above, I like to be a little bit more, just because, like I said, it gives you a little bit of edge on the market. Other things that I've been using, as I'm using some leverage in there for our trading strategy. I do use the David Tech risk management system here, which is great and seems to work extremely well. We're using one single take profit, but I will give some other options as well. I added another EMA on there as well. Like I said, if you want some more information about all of the settings, you can just go on to Discord. So the settings are pretty much as default on the main indicator itself. So let's go and have a look at some of these results. So this trading strategy has come back quite good. As you can see, with one single take profit, we have 100 closed trades almost. We have 96 trades. We have 685% net profit on the account, which is absolutely brilliant. We have 65% win rate, which is very, very good in itself. A 2.2 profit factor, which is great for a 65% win rate. Our net max drawdown is 24%, which is very good, especially as we're using leverage. If I go over here, we'll find that the buy to hold was minus 27%, so we absolutely smashed that. Our Sharp ratio is a little bit low for me to go away and trade it in these settings. I'd probably try and find maybe some more indicators or something that would maybe increase that to 1 or above. Our Sortino ratio obviously would be the same. If I go over to our table over here, as you can see, our max wins in a row was 8, our max losses in a row were 5, total wins was 63 and total losses were 33, which is absolutely brilliant. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. On our first trade was on the 29/01/2021. We are currently the 20th of February 2023. Now if I look over here, we can look at the performance table. As you can see, throughout the years there's been hardly any months that have been minus. There's 1 here, 2, 3, 4 months that have a minus in them. So it seems to me very good. It helps me to think about things like overfitting and things like that. That helps me to visualize things like overfitting. If there's lots of months that are losing, and then you have one great big month which covers all of the fees and all of the losses, you kind of think that maybe it's overfitted to 1 month. As with this table, we get to have a look and see that each month is a little bit profitable. Some are a lot more profitable than others, but we haven't got that many months. We certainly have under the threshold of 70% of winners, which is great. So not a bad at all strategy as far as I'm concerned. Now, if I go away and completely overfit it for the good old thumbnail for YouTube, we can get it up to a 80% win rate. As you can see, the equity curve still looks absolutely brilliant. It has given us a little bit more of a markdown, and we have less net profit. Now, the reason that is because I've just scaled out, as I was talking about earlier. Scaled out meaning that I've increased the final take profit and taken multiple take profits. That's increased my win rate on TradingView, but you always have to be a bit careful. It has not really changed much. It's given us maybe a little less profit and things like that, but depending on what kind of trader you are, where you prefer to make more wins and risk less money, that's up to you. But I like to be honest, and personally I would have traded the first setup more than this one, even though this one has a higher win rate. So I'd certainly be looking into this one to be adding it to my portfolio. I'm going to try and optimize it for other coins as well. You'll be able to find it on Discord. All the links to Patreon and everything are down in the description. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. It's something that I'm really looking forward to explore, is new indicators, more recent, more up-to-date indicators, and not just the good old EMAs that we're all used to, and the RSIs, the MACDs and things like that. Boring. Let's get on and find something a bit more new. I've been reading a lot of books like this one here by Kevin Davies, and also a lot of other courses. I do suggest you go and have a look at those. They are really very good for anybody who wants to get into algo trading. And without further ado, I'll say keep safe, keep coding. I will see you on Friday if I get around to making the video quick enough, and have a great week. Take care, keep safe, keep coding, and trade like a boss. See you on Friday. Bye bye.